Okay, so let's get started. Good afternoon, good early evening. I think we've just made a history. If I'm not mistaken, we have just started first all hands meeting on time. Only Pavel is late. Welcome. So this is awesome. I'm very happy about that. If everything works well, we should be right now live streaming to Warsaw and Madrid. So guys, you can hear us and see us. Welcome. There's going to be a lot of first times. This all hands meeting, first of all, as you realized, we're going to deliver the presentation in English. We are live streaming, so a lot of things may go wrong, so please be patient. In any case, the session is being recorded, so if you have some issues in Poland and Madrid, the session will be recorded here and will be provided for later view. If you have any reasonable questions to be addressed by the end of the presentation, you can go to slido.com and provide the number 9822. So without further ado, let me jump into my update. I'm going to get this conversation started, and then I'm going to give an acting role short update about sales, and then we'll go with the rest of the department. So I have just covered the new format of the meeting. And then I have three more things to talk about, three things which are on top of my mind, and I'd like to share them with you today. Listening to your feedback and acting on it. So this is basically a message from the management. We're really listening to your feedback. Please talk to us. If there are things on top of your mind, if there are things which you do not understand, or things you are interested in. What I commit to is to listen to you. I'm not going to promise you that we will act on everything you're going to tell us, but this is extremely important. We have already acted on some of your feedback, specifically on feedback that there's not enough internal communication, so hopefully you have noticed Monday Piccolo, Monday update after OKR meeting. Lena is going to talk about it a little bit more about in detail. We're really interested in your feedback. Is this what you need? Is there value for you? Please talk to us. We can modify. If you do not talk to us, we don't know what you're thinking about it. Another point, quarterly strategy meeting. When I've started and I talked for the first time 1 month ago, we've talked about strategy, about a vision of the company, and about a roadmap. So there's a clear commitment from the team that we will work on it. There'll be offsite meeting 2 days. I will be offline, basically off emails, off phones, talking about really important stuff, the stuff which it's really difficult to do on a daily basis here in the office. And again, this is partially because we obviously need to do that, but we are being approached by you and asked questions we sometimes do not have answers for. So this is what we are going to cover. We're going to work like that 4 times a year, and you'll hear the update about the outcome of the strategy meeting during the next all hands meeting, which will take place on March 27, and this is the last update on this particular slide. We are moving all hands meeting a couple of days. It's being scheduled right now. It is in your calendars for April 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. We're pushing it back by 1 week. So this is all about the opening. So here, greetings from Vizovice. So this is the reference. If you're not from the Czech Republic or Morava, you probably don't know. There was a great effort, weekend hackathon when we actually, with the help of product management and development especially, created a new billable feature, a loyalty program. And the deal was that if you're going to guys make it on time, there'll be new football table. And I personally committed to delivering 10 liters of Slivovitz. So this is 100% plum, 10 liters. It's all here. So officially, I'm handing it over to you, and I'm removing the sophisticated safety net. I had some trust issues, so now it's open formally. So we can get started after the meeting. I like to just remind: do not damage offices. Please give me empty the mission bag. This was really an awesome effort. I think Ruda or Radek is going to talk a little bit more about it. I think Ruda. So great effort, and we have delivered on our promises as management. So I suppose that'll be a lot of fun later on. So. Two more slides. I'm acting in acting position here right now about sales. So there is a sales team. As you know, there have been some organizational changes. We have parted our ways with Honza Blažek. This has been extensively communicated, especially with the sales team. So they pretty much know what was the reason if you're interested. Otherwise, there will be enough time after this presentation. We had to act on it. As we communicated via Slack, for the time being, Igor and I are in acting positions. Other than that, obviously, everybody knows that we have some manpower challenges on sales side. Currently, we are still 6 positions, or maybe 5 positions now, which are open. I talked to the sales team, and I was told that I should mention that we're not looking in Prague only. Also, other regions. If you can think of your network, if you can think of your friends, relatives, or people who would be a good fit for the company values, and for the business, please let us know. And one major update, this is a new pricing policy. This is something we have talked about for quite some time. We're making some major progress. Igor is going to address that by the end of the presentation today. And final slide from me. There was a board meeting to our investors Rockaway last week on Thursday. Igor, Jirka, and I presented. This is one slide from that presentation. So even though it's March 1st, obviously we have closed books and numbers for January. So let me walk you through that real quick. So what's the message about this slide? When it comes to tariffs, we have actually delivered 100%. The plan was 1,124,000, and the actuals was 1,124,000. This sounds really suspicious, but this is really how it ended up. Right? I have never seen that in my life, but this is for real. When it comes to acquisitions, we will actually. Jirka is lying a little bit here. This is like 99.9. The plan was 626. The actual was 624. So this is all great. We didn't do that great, but not terribly bad. When it comes to integration and accessories, we have actually fulfilled the plan for 68%, so that's why it is in red. Nevertheless, year over year, this is 3,260%, so I suppose that last year, this month, we have not really did that great. Now, what is the point of this? Obviously, there were much bigger expectations about Dameglo, about DJ, as we like to say here. This did not materialize, so we are fixing it. In the meantime, we worked really hard about and on other billable items, other paid modules. And I've mentioned loyalty program. This is right. This is here. Automatic stock up. So we are working hard to make sure that even if something comes out of the plan or things are not going according to the plan, we have a plan B. Now, what's particularly noticeable about this is that sales team achieved that while being basically at 50% of the manpower. So team was basically half of the size. So this is really awesome. Now, we don't have final numbers for February. It doesn't look that great because I think we are catching up on missing people. Nevertheless, we have Veronica joining from Brno, so we have a new sales gal, and I am sorry, there's a new colleague, and we have not met. I don't know what's your name.
You are going to have it in the end.
Yeah, so I'm still doing fine on time, so everything is under control. Okay. So relax. So again, we are taking steps to make sure that we get back on track with that. So that's all from my side, and I'm happy now to hand over to Lena, marketing. Also, Lena is new owner of the layout. She doesn't know about it yet, but from what? Yeah, okay, hold on. You can talk.
Okay, hi guys, I did this. I'm going to talk about a little bit what happened last month. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who participated in the Top Gun Gastro event. I know it was super punk, and I know I wanted a lot from all of you, because like 1/3 of the whole company participated, and thank you so much who came. I think it was valuable, at least for marketing and sales as well. We will still discuss if we got a lot of deals or leads from that, or at least something. But for me, it was really punk project done in one day, and it was amazing how many people were willing to help me. So thank you so much for that. This is how it looked. This is Kaya. Very nice, very nice picture. But also Olga came and Ruda. Then they met some people. We stole. Sorry.
People also call him boycott.
We stole a lot of things from other stands. So this is not all ours. So Mike came with his brother. One more thing I worked in the past month was a new microsite. The thing is, I want to have more and more microsites done by the end of this quarter. We didn't have any before, and I think that we have a lot of great features, and we have really very small space on our website devoted to them. And those are the features that are bringing us more revenue, and I want to have some more. So this is the first one that I have. We will have a use case there for downloading. We have some numbers. We have a specific lead, so if somebody requests this feature, we will know that he is looking for this one, and the sales team can talk to them directly about this feature. So I will have more microsites done, but be patient with me. I've been already here for 2 months, but we have an external agency who is helping us with that, as well as our development team. So this is the first one that I'm having. What I'm doing now is automatic stockup. I think you probably heard about it. This will be the following microsite, and this is screenshot from the case study that I'm building. This is Mr. Kramer, who met with us last month, and he is running four pubs and restaurants, and he is dealing with stockup for a very long time, and we are helping him a lot. So this is one of the case studies that Microsoft will have, hopefully within 2 weeks. I'm hoping that it will be ready to be sold. And one more thing. I thought that we are sending product news to our clients, but there's no place where to find what we communicated before. There's no history, and our sales team, we cannot find it, our clients cannot find it backwards. So I created publication on Medium, where you can find all the product news and release notes that we had. We transferred the past 3 months, but we will add a new ones so you can have a look. There are a couple of information about what's been going on with us, and yeah, basically that's it. So on Medium you can find this, there's the link, and have a look, check it out. If you have any questions, ask me or the product guys. You all know what we communicated before. And back to the Monday law.
There's a bit of a tension between marketing and product, obviously.
It's important, please read it. I know for a fact that every week there are less people reading it than the week before. So I know that. And it's not good, guys. So there are a lot of important stuff there. If it's too long, or if you don't want to read it in English, let me know. I'm having duplicate English and Czech for you, so it's easier for you to read. But we also have to think about the other countries. But please let me know. Give me any feedback. I'm writing it every Monday morning like a crazy person, so you can have it really fast. But I would love to hear your feedback. But read it. I've seen that you guys are dropping out. So that's important. And that's it.
So, it's my turn now. I'll actually try to steal over the screen if everything goes right. And it seems it does not. So then you will not see anything from me, so thank you. Just wait. Hold on a second. Yeah, perfect. So what I want to talk about a bit is some major, at least for me, really major improvement in our BI sessions, or in our BI understanding, and that's one thing, one really magical thing. Oh, sorry, put it down. And that's actually the thing that we can now see the history of our places, the history of their tariffs, of their status, and of the count of devices that they had on their places, active devices. So what I'm actually talking about is this little chart over here, down here. So if I open it, this is actually the history of our clients, of our places throughout time. So there is January 2014 in the beginning, there's March 2018, and this is the growth of our clients. So there's a nice hockey stick, and as Igor commented, there's unfortunately a bit of a shovel, not a hockey stick at the end. So hopefully this will go back to major growing trend. And the colors, which are still not perfect, I must say, but at least they are not as shitty as they were. They define the tariffs. So each color stands for different tariffs. So for example, this bright yellow stands for tariff free, and there is great news. In beginning of February we had 424 free tariff users, and as of the beginning of March it's only 389. So that's the importance of this, is that we can actually finally follow the track and the change of tariffs. So that's one great use of this. And another nice use of this is actually that you can see the history of a single client. So if I go to Coffee, I immediately see the count of places that they had through time and the tariff that they were using. So this was default 140601, then it was business 1.2.1, and now it's individual tariff. So, bit of a magic. I was working or thinking of this for at least 9 months. It's just not a good. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. But I'm so happy that it works now that I just had to show you.
The baby is healthy. And
yeah, it's amazing. So that's one thing, and what I'm working on now is actually connection to Dactyla. So hopefully in another 9 months we'll have you'll be able to track calls activity in Dactyla. And apart from the business intelligence, apart from the data, what's going on in finance, we're finishing year 2017, so there are some finishing touches to 2017 to be able to close the accounting. And what we are working on with Misha and with Basia from Poland now is to actually clean up a bit the Polish factory, because they don't have really time to keep on track, and so we've volunteered, and there's this cooperation going on. And another thing, as CFOs usually are quite stingy and they don't give things for free, I actually do now. Unfortunately, it's not a competition, it's not for everyone, but I decided to support our guys from Morava, actually from Olomouc and Ostrava, who are on track of Leo Express, and to support them in coming here to our all-hands meetings. There are these vouchers for traveling on Leo Express, 4 vouchers per 500, so use them well, and we'll be always happy to see you here. Sorry.
Let me just a little bit.
Yeah, it will be deducted from my salary. I will do it myself.
Okay, so at first I want to share with you our numbers from Prepare as usual. But for the first time we will see number of calls and chats in Poland as well. So we just get our standard from SLA, that 90% of calls are answered in 30 seconds. In Poland we are a little bit above it, but no, you have to, I have to say that there are only two people on the support customer care. So it's good enough for me, from my point of view. Our conversion rating is 94%, in Poland 95%, which is amazing. It's really good. But the bigger thing what I want to say is I'm really thinking now about how important for us is satisfied customer, because as you probably know, we really need to have our customers satisfied, because there is only 5 points why it really increases customer loyalty. Just happy customer is good for us; they will stay with us for a long time. It reduces negative word of mouth. It means that when you go to some pub or bar or whatever, and you, from some reason, ask the bartender or anything else, how are you satisfied with Storyous? And they say, okay, it's a piece of shit. We don't want that, really. So we have to just work on satisfaction of our customers. The other thing is it's reduced churn. Our churn is really good, I think. It's good.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Still does. It's better.
It's not bad.
Churn is how many customers are leaving in a month. So just to explain.
I think that most customers are leaving because of they are closing their business. It's really good. It's cheap. Okay. It's good for us. They are not female because of they are just.
For our statistics.
They should, yeah. They choose Dotykachka or our conference, but it's. I mean, it's good for us. I'd say. The really important point is that it's really cheaper to retain out customers than acquire new ones. And if you have only 3 sales guys in Prague, it's really important to just retain on customers and get them satisfied. And the last point is it could be a point of differentiation. Better. I don't know if you have some if you call to Dotykachka or I don't know, but for customers, for the owners of some business, it's really important they could count with us. They know that if they call us, we just answer their call within 30 seconds. It's really good point of view, and there's much more thing. But what I'm talking about is we just starting with a new role in Storyous. You heard about it in in previous Orange meeting. It's called Customer Satisfaction Manager. For now, it's for the team, but it's only Moncha. But in future, we're thinking about we could have a big team customer satisfaction managers. Now we will focus on. Primary focus on customers with a low NPS rating. I hope that everyone knows what is NPS and Satismeter in our admin. It's the small widget when customers could say how would you recommend us from 0 to 10. 10 is good, 0 is bad, 7 is bad. The other ones are influencers. So some important customers like Coffee or Mama Coffee or I don't know, Malci, it just depends. And high-value customers. High-value customers are customers with a lot of places, with a lot of tablets or our biggest tablets, 14-inch tablets, and with in the future with automatic stock up and loyalty program and this kind of stuff. Customers which give us the biggest value. And the role of the customer satisfaction manager is to just meet them, to talk with them and just listen them if they have some problems or anything else. And on the other hand, as well, sell them some, for example, new hardware or new great features like loyalty program or automatic stock up. So this could be a way to just how to sell the new products and new hardware, and how to get our customers more satisfied. So I hope this is a real teamwork. It's not about only support on customer satisfaction manager. It's on all of you, and we have to just focus on customer satisfaction.
Time's up. Okay, thank you.
So I'm going to be very brief because we delivered a lot of features in last month, and I'm pretty sure that we'll have a little more time to talk about it. So I'm pretty sure I won't use all my time. First thing, the most important, I want to ensure that our high availability is back. The hiccups that we had at the end of January and beginning of February are over. We came with some improvements in how we monitor and how we service things. We also stabilized the admin on the AVS. So right now we are back. In the last 3 weeks we had no outage or no issues, and we hope to get back on 4 nines in following months. So thanks for your patience in the times when we had issues, and I want to ensure that we are back. So the first thing, this is really important what you see, it's just that I don't want to show you empty slides. A couple of processing. Again, I'm not going to present the features that we did. Ray's going to do that, so I'm just going to tell about some process things. We are going to switch to the DevOps model, meaning that not only Pavel and Zdeněk are going to pick up the phone when something goes wrong outside of working hours, but it's going to be actually the entire development team. So we still need to set up this process, but my goal is to make sure that every developer is responsible for our product, not only during the development phase and testing, but also during the production phase. So this will hopefully ensure better quality of our product, because no developer wants to be woken up during the night. There's one important thing that we are doing. We are also changing the mechanism how we release POS. Right now, the only way how to roll it out is to get it on alpha, beta, and then on master. We have no granular puller that we could use to release it more granularly, and also it still takes time and it requires some skills. So for example, product owners can't say, right now I want to release some feature. They need to work with the development team, and it takes some time. So we want to speed this up, and together with background updates, we want to be much faster on how we get the new features to POS as well. This should also ensure much more stability and faster resolution of problems. Because right now, if we have some version that's not working, it takes time to roll it back. With this implemented, it should be just Vojta or Ruda or me pulling the slider back, and it should be much faster. As you already noticed, we are holding the weekly demo on Thursdays at 11:30, and I'm really suggesting that all of you either join or join the stream, because it's very important to know what's happening. Right now we got in very fast pace where we are delivering new features, basically at least one new features a week, and it's very important that the entire company knows about those features. So I really suggest you go there, you read Piccolo, you read every information you have by hand, because otherwise you will simply not know about what's happening. As you heard, we held the marathon. That brought us not only the actual feature, but also lots of learning on how we could work better. And what we did is that we immediately implemented some improvements into the regular work, into how we work normally in our weekly sprints. One of them is focus on one initiative, which sounds obvious, but for a long time it was hard for us to realize this. So right now we make sure that in every sprint we focus on one or a maximum 2 initiatives, and that helps us to focus and not spread our attention to more things. We joined the teams together, so right now we work as one team, not 2, and it helps us to communicate inside the team. Also, instead of one stand-up in the morning, we have 2 stand-ups right now, which helps us to catch up any problems or issues much earlier than the next day. And all those changes actually help us to come back in track with our commitment with the OKRs. It's like about 3 weeks ago, we were in very deep troubles. We weren't on track at all. And right now, I would say that we have good chance on delivering what we committed. We also had to do some changes here, because some items were not realizable. Some items came as new ones. So I believe that we have a very good chance on delivering the OKRs. Okay, that's it, and now
So after seeing the rocket from Lenka, like I don't know what to show. So we have some new things. Like, yeah, I know. we have table map, we have loyalty program, we have labels and overview. Each of the things has the demo. The map of the tables is enabled in our biggest tablet, the 14-inch solution. When you download the all hands, the demo is always linked to the feature. As for the loyalty program, I'm happy that we did it during the hackathon and it didn't basically eat in 2 sprints as we expected, and it was much faster. And we basically created kind of unique electronic loyalty program in Czech Republic, because every other competitor of POS has basically their plastic cards. So we are different here. We will be trying it. We can start selling it basically. And the last feature was presented today on the demo. It's the labels. We had to implement a feature for Poland. It was basically alcohol report. And the alcohol report is that you need to, as a restaurant, you need to show a report of how much alcohol you basically sold. And it's different in every bottle. So we didn't want to do just a feature for Poland, so we created this labeling system. And what it gives you is basically you can create your own report of basically sold products. What next? We have 1 month and we need to do a few things. One, the most important is the suppliers, because it's the company's OKR. And we prepared for that some suppliers. It's already in Jira, prepared for development, starting this week. So we hope that at the end of this sprint, we will have 6 suppliers implemented. We already have 2, so these are the next 4. With Kuba, we are already working on the next phase of more suppliers. And I'm really happy that basically after this sprint, we should have 3 of the 4 biggest suppliers in Czech Republic. It's Bidvest, Macro, and Deep. And we are extensively working to have also Funny, which is the 4th. So this is about suppliers. We are starting on the split bill. So in Czech Republic, we will be able to pay with Stravenky and with cash with our cashier, and it will be counted correctly. We will be also able in Spain to split the bill accordingly, for example, for 3 persons. And the whole UX is implemented in a way that it's very similar to splitting the bill by products. So we hope that the waiter will not need to learn anything, and it will be very user-friendly for him. Shopping list, this is the thing that I was showing you last time. We added a small feature to the first version, and that's basically that you should be able also to add products to the shopping list. So for example, if you are, I don't know, you need to create 50 breakfasts, so you put there you have breakfast in your POS that you are selling, so you put there that you need 50 breakfasts. It has a recipe, and the recipe basically creates you the shopping list for that. We are also thinking about the next version of the shopping list, which should bring us a next step closer to the marketplace, and that's that we can promote their tip for the product, basically week per week of the product that they could buy. We are also working on a way that if they give us the product feed, as we were agreed with Koshi, we can basically then to be adding a product from their feed into the shopping list. So we are thinking also about this. Yeah, and that will be basically of the shopping list.
Okay, thank you for that. Hold on, I need to place myself here. Okay, so this is the time for update for Poland, and I need you a little bit of an explanation. So I'll go through Poland update. Thank you, Pavel and the team, for putting this content together. They cannot present themselves because, as you know, we've tried to connect the teams for sprint demos and for all hands since last several weeks. One of the feedback from the remote teams is that the audio is really difficult for them to understand. So thanks to Zemister, thanks a lot, much appreciated. We have much better setup with professional camera and mic, so hopefully you can hear us. They are connected via YouTube live stream, so they are probably 2 to 3 seconds behind us. Now, this is pretty awesome. It seems that they can hear us well. The disadvantage is that it's one way. Okay, so that's why they're not presenting today. I comment that until next time we will figure out the way how to do it better. So very quickly, and I apologize again to Polish team one more time. Very quickly, OKR update from Polish team. We are in 2/3 of Q1, so there are basically 3 things they are looking at. 26 deals signed, altogether 154 clients in Poland, so they are 43% done in this quarter, in Q1, so it seems that they'll have to speed up in March. Similarly to new warm links provided, so that they are at half of what they committed to. So again, some extra work to be done, and similarly to outside dealers' website. So you can basically buy our solutions online, and you can see that there are 26 dealers which offer our solutions through their online shops. And there's one more slide. What's coming up? Attending some offline conferences with dealers, roadshow, 5 cities in Poland. Display basically marketing campaign, B2B restaurant websites. They're also going to introduce super tariff with loyalty program and our new 14-inch tablet. They are also in negotiation with Macro in terms of integration and some additional distribution possibilities. And there's a gastro fair, Warsaw Food Expo. So this is very briefly about Poland, and they'll present themselves next time. Jana. Spain.
Okay, I also have...
Now your words. You have only 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, so don't steal my time. I think I have a very quick update as well. I would like to talk about 3 major things that we are working on now in Spain. The first one is PR and marketing. As for the PR, we started working with Aptitude, local agency that has helped us to present and introduce ourselves through 60 journals and agencies in February. We've reached over 200,000 readers. We've made some interviews with Igor also that went live. The good thing is that we already managed to receive 4 inquiries from these actions, so hopefully this is moving the right direction. Then for marketing, this is actually something managed by Jorge in Spain. Jorge is mostly in charge of our social media and magazine. We are now building the community around us, like of the foodies and let's say the gastro community of those people that manage their business and want to actually grow their business. We right now have over 400 followers, and the number is growing every week. As I mentioned, most of the content on the like on Facebook would be from our magazine. We have some 30 articles. If you don't know it yet, if you want to follow the Spanish gastro scene, or if you want to practice your Spanish, you can visit. It's on the Spanish magazine. And then also we have started this Monday with a PPC agency, which is based in Czech Republic, but they are helping us with Spain, and already we also received 1 inquiry. But of course, having the inquiries is fine. It's good that the marketing is starting to work, but obviously the most important is that we have to be able to sell it. And so far the problem has been that we found out, like I mentioned before, that we are trying to build the community around us, as we did in Czech Republic, getting first the hipsters and the cool places, building the base, and then starting to approaching the bigger places with this credibility already. But the thing is that the hipsters in Spain, they're kind of tough, yeah? Or they're not only tough, but the major problem is that they are now using already solutions that are sufficient for them. They are kind of cool and modern, and they are for free. And they are pretty much like for the basic version that they are offering the same as us, but for free. So always the reaction was like, yeah, this is really nice, yeah, this looks better than what we have. And then we said, so perfect, so it's 29 euros. And they were like, oh, what, I have to pay? So it actually surprised them. So for these smaller customers, we came up with a solution. It's not a free type, but it's, let's say, a freemium. It is the basic version, or the version similar to what the current systems offer them, is for free. But then the good thing is that we have now new modules, or we have, yeah, let's say modules that we can upsell them with. So this being the loyalty program, or even for the support, or potentially the automatic stock up, this is something that we can work with. And talking about the stock up, this is something in Czech Republic that you know how it works. We are uploading the electronic version of the invoice. In Spain, this might be a little difficult because they don't really like having been there like many suppliers and not so sophisticated. Usually what they do is they send the paper, like the printed version of the invoice or of the delivery note. So we are now talking to a partner, Filomarket, I also mentioned last time, that has this solution, like this, like the solution of reading these invoices with a scanner and uploading this information like automatically into the system from the printed paper version. Of course, we are now in the, like, let's say, talking kind of stage, but I believe we will be able to somehow use their technology and like provide this super value added to the customers in Spain, and potentially also in Czech Republic, because this partner is very interesting and has many really interesting features. 2, 1, 8, exactly.
Now it's my turn. So at first I'm going to thank you a lot for your coffee, how is it in English? It's not a leverage. How can you use it if you prepare coffee in coffee machine? I mean this. No, I'm talking about mess about the.
You're being recorded.
Anybody here? Anybody here who know the name? Sorry? Handle? Handle? Lever is the right one. Yeah, this is it. So for this coffee lever, I'm really happy that we really did it. It's 1 month and it's always on the right place. The kitchen is really clean and everything is really clean here now. And this week, Kaya is not here even, and it's everything still working like before. So this is great. I want to thank you, and I'm proud of you that we did it. So great. The next topic is how expensive is free. Just a sentence, but we are working with the team, especially with the sales team. I would like to thank a lot to Jirka Matiska, David Vala, Jakub Horáček, and Honza Kosek, and the last one is Luboš, who attended on it, and from who came up those new prices, which is I think one of the most important things which we do now, and we changed our prices a year ago, if I remember well. So after 1 year, we are changing prices, and we are changing prices rapidly, because we found out that the prices are really low, and I had pressure from all departments of the Storyous, asking me, hey, the prices are really low, so what we are going to do. So we are working on it. It was a really long meeting, and we did it. Okay, I have now my next notes. Yeah, but this is not this.
This is not the one I want to talk about.
But can I make a refresh? Maybe the.
we have
Okay, this is it.
This was only 30 seconds ago, right?
Okay, it doesn't matter, but yeah, great. So why did we get prices higher, you know? And this is answers, because our product is just much better than 1 year before. You know, you can imagine it that 1 year ago we have almost no feature. Our product wasn't stable, you know. We have not even 3 nines, you know, of stability. I think we are somewhere around 97. So this is just natural that we have to take our prices higher. The next one, for sure, we have exceptional customer care. I think Thomas mentioned it, and this is it. We are really exceptional in it. If you compare not just our competitors, not just our industry, but in general, you know, in a business, our customer care is one of the best. And our investor the last time was really happy with it. The next is for sure, we have a problem with the recruitment process now with sales reps, and we found out that the salaries are getting a little bit higher, you know, and the really cool sales reps said us, hey, I love Storyous, I love you, I love what you do, but I can't work for you because I have a family, I can earn much more money, you know. So we had to do this change thanks to this too. Next for sure is we would like to have higher quality of customers. I think our customer team remember when we started onboard free customers or customers who doesn't pay us any money, you know, and that was a huge problem. The people started to talk very badly, you know, on us and stuff like this. So it's better to have better customer. They're paying us more money, and we can sell them even more integrations, you know. So the other one is differentiation on the market. This is the last, and for sure, I wrote enough for our super team. Thanks for for surprise. So this is why we get the new prices. And what about this? We are still working on it. You know, it's not a final version, but the biggest movement is that we are not going to charge our customers just monthly, but even annually. Jirka Matiska was testing it for the last, I can say 3 weeks, maybe 1 month, and it's just working, you know, because he's not proposing monthly fee, but this 1 year fee, which is great that all customers just agree with it, and it's better for our cash flow. And for the next part of our pricing is that we are creating super tariff. Super tariff is going to cost almost 3,000 crown per month. So you can imagine it's even like 4 times or 5 times more than our highest tariff now. And it's thanks to new features, which we can edit, you know, in it, and we can charge more money thanks to our exceptional customer care. We can say them, hey, if anybody from your company is going to call us, you are going just to be in line for the first position after they stop to call, so you can be 100% sure that we are available for you here. And there's so many next feature, like a loyalty program is for free in this module, and even automatic stock up is free, you know, in this module, and stuff like this. We are going to announce it next week officially, and even officially we are going to change the prices. But for sure we can do that during the March, so we start to sell from those prices on 1st of April, and sales reps can sell it in the old price and to tell to our clients, hey guys, you have a last chance to have our low price, because from the next month it will be much more expensive. You know. This is it. So for sure, as usual, we are still looking for some people. You see, and Olgi mentioned that we are looking for sales reps as usual, but now we are missing just 5, if I'm right. for sure senior Java developer. I hope that the Rockaway's tech loop is going to help us with this. Is it right? Yeah. And for sure we are looking for business developer in Spain. The referral program is still ongoing. Okay, so I think the last time Ivana came up with a new Jordan, super awesome. So now you have just to wait, I think 2 months, you know.
Yeah.
That is
But
really
it wasn't
nice.
because of this, really.
Wasn't? Okay, that's great. Yeah, I like it. It's usually I don't like this. So, and now, okay, hero of the month. That was really good, feedback from you that we are not showing this, you know. I hope you didn't see. So the first is Lenya. Come here. Great.
I'm sorry, I'm so red. It just happens to me.
Storyous, right?
Company covers. Mix up.
So maybe.
Am I-
Okay, so I think you can get this one, you know, because this he's not a hero of the month. Okay, sorry about it, but Lenka really started from the 2nd of January. She is here for 2 months, and her work is just awesome. You know, she really moved our marketing to the next level. For me, mainly thanks to case studies, you know, which started to work, and a lot of other stuff. But it's the nomination is not just from me, it's from the team, and they are satisfied with you. So I think Lenka will be really happy. So the next one is Marketa. Working, Marketa. Thank you, Marketa. Great job, you know. And Marketa is a really high working ability, and almost the same, you know. She's working here for quite a long time, and we are really satisfied with her work. As I said, all of us. So thank you for that. And the same is for Jakub. So come in. So Jakub's position is changing, you know, in just the last year, 3 times, you know. But he always handled it very well, you know, which is great. He's still really important for us. So I think that you are going to be happy to enjoy your voucher to Bar Veltlin, where you spend some nice time with your girlfriend. And I hope that you have a second chance, you know. You just coming home, you know. Normally. Yeah. So now I can switch it. Okay, that's great. And newcomers, I'm going to. Okay. So Marianne is here.
He is stuck somewhere in the winter with his car.
Really, at 7 still.
I told him about the welcome drink, and just after that he.
Oh, you can.
My fault, yes.
So you are going to drink it. Okay. I'm going to ask welcome drinks. The next is Veronica from Brno. Hi, how are you? I don't know, not just you. There is two more, so that's great. And Leonka, come. And the fourth is for.
We actually recorded for legal reasons.
You know the rules very well, but you know what's the most important to drink it as because who is last going to drink one more, okay? Okay, so I'm going to start. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Thank you for your attention. And the next time, 27th of March, okay? So, and for sure, the last is question to Slido. I'm going to check it. So, you know, always relevant questions for sure. But yes, can we expect optimization of map of tables for smaller screens? Not yet. Why?
We are collecting feedback.
We are collecting feedback. Okay. So I would like to just, you know, like make a pressure on you that we really need feedback from our clients. Okay. The last time when we had a meeting, and sorry, but Honza said me that we have so much feedback on some feature, and I asked him how many. He told me 2 or 3. And I said, really? And did you write it? And he said, no, I didn't. You know, just 1. So you know, it's like 1/3. And then we have no right feedback from our customers, and we can't provide them better product. Okay. If we have no feedback, we have the best product on the market. Easy. So the next one, if you are going to buy a license on Slack to see a history, for now we are not going to do. You know, still it's too expensive for us. Still there is no reason. And for example, there are really well-funded companies, which is, for example, Social Bakers. They didn't pay for it, and I personally don't know any company in my with my colleagues, you know, from the other businesses who pays for it. You know. Brand Embassy, yeah, but they are really great. Brand Embassy makes a lot of really good you know, steps, you know, and this is one of them. This is one of them for sure. So the next question is new offices. We are working on it for sure. And the last 2 questions are obvious, you know. So thank you very much for this meeting, and see you 27th of March. Sorry? Ah, okay, and we have some. Thank you.